My name is Don, and welcome back to another episode of Follow, my Football Manager Let's Play with Rangers. And today we have the first leg of the third round of qualifying of the Champions League against FC Copenhagen. Now, good news, balance is back up to 14 million. The board had cancelled our youth facilities and training because we just didn't have the money in the bank at the end of last season. So I'm going to wait until to see if we get into the Champions League proper to ask again. We are looking for an affiliate club. I requested one to look for one in a nation to boost our merchandise, so like in America, China kind of thing. See what they come back with. They said, do I want to look at it? And and I said no, and it wasn't because I wanted to say no, it was just purely because I felt it was the right thing to do. Transfer wise, Reece Reed's gone out on loan, that is it. He's gone out, funnily enough, to Rafe. We now have 4 players at Rafe. I don't think we can loan Rafe any more players. He's on a rotation deal, but I still feel that's going to get him more game time than what he will here. And I need him to develop. And with that low determination and low work rate, I need him to get games. And he isn't going to get that at Rangers. The 2 lads that I was trying to bring in, I'll see if they're here. I was looking at bringing this guy in on loan, but when the Korean guy, Ryu Seong Woo, became available, I decided to just cancel it. Everything was agreed. I delayed it twice to get that work permit sorted out, and as soon as I was there was a done deal, I signed the contract and I cancelled this one. This was the goalkeeper. 5-star potential, already 4-star ability. Decent goalkeeper, would have came in and been a first team goalkeeper. 7 caps for the Ivory Coast already, so I'm hoping that increases. He was coming in for nothing. 8k a week wages. The problem is there's other interest that doesn't involve needing a work permit. So frustrating if we lose out on this guy because of work permit rules. And then there was Luis Navarro, a midfielder again, 5-star potential, not quite as developed. Costa Rican again, got 5 caps to his name. I've kept them both on my short list just to keep an eye on them, and I will try again later in the year, in January, and see if we can get them then, and hopefully we can skip them. But with work permits, it's an absolute nightmare. In other news, Joe Garner we still can't get rid of. Hearts are chasing around him now. Blackburn are sort of there or thereabouts, but we can't get rid of him. So, is there anything else that I need to show you? Nope. Under 20s, I'm just going to quickly check my staff. Am I still the best at everything? Yes, and there's no scouting at that level, so that's fine. Okay, so let's get into the game. Now, I would be playing Roddy McCrory, but I really want to get into the Champions League, so we're going to play Scott Bain, Jack Thompson. Jordan Rossiter is probably not going to be able to stay out the game, so I'm going to put Jack Thompson on the bench for Cammy Kerr. Rice isn't going to play either. Joao Teixeira out for McGinn. Jamie Walker in for Liam Burt, and Zach Rudden will start because I've grown to trust in young Zach Rudden, and he is on the fringes of the Scotland national team now as well. Gordon Strachan's been monitoring him closely, so Rossiter won't stay out this game, but I want that hard ball winning midfielder that he is. Rangers have reached minimum expectations. Is this a playoff round? No, I don't think it is. I think there's one more after this. Nonetheless, they're playing a fairly defensive formation here at Ibrox, with the 2 CDMs, 1 central midfielder, and then just the 3 up front. Looks like their right fullback's going to be extremely defensive as well, with their left fullback as a wing back. So again, I know absolutely nothing about them, so on to you, Davy Weir. You do what you can. A win in the first leg will do us a world of good. Yes, it will. Again, this will be a double header with both legs. As we get into this game, we're just watching this for the sake of it. I really need to find a way to switch that off. And Rudden kicks us off. And passing it about nicely before the end of that original highlight. Bossing the ball early. James Tavernier with a free kick. He's hit the post. McGinn can't get in the follow up. He was offside anyway. He's hit the post. Ibrox was ready to erupt. I did also check. Apparently that last game there was 2,800 fans in the ground. Not quite believing that, but the game says there was. And Zach Rudden again. It's Zach Rudden. Third goal of the season. That's 16 finishing coming in handy again. Not even in the Young Player of the Year race according to the bookies. John McGinn was, but he was like 30-41. I can't remember who the favourite was for that. Favourite for top goal scorer, obviously Jason Cummins with Lee Griffiths second and Joe Garner third. The same top three as last year basically. Joe Garner, I can assure you, it will not be there. Although Hearts are interested, and I will sell my Hearts. If Hearts can agree a deal with him, they can have him. So I suppose you could still do it if that deal was to happen early enough in the season. Lee Wallace going to play this back to Scott Bain. Not a single shirt on that screen there apart from Bain, which is interesting to see. Sasso just going to pick that up nice and easy, and Chris Willock now. The Korean guy's been sent on an intensive language course, so I'm going to give him a couple of weeks just to integrate a bit. I'd maybe even play him in the youth team. Just lovely little bit of passing movement here from the team. Willock finds Jamie Walker. Oh, he's scrambled it wide. The £2.5 million man. Really glad to have got Devon on a new contract as well. That's a sensational bit of business. Not having Joy Barton's actually reducing people's wage demands, so that's making it a bit easier. There's a lot to come for you. There's a lot to come for you, and there's a lot to come from you, even though you've scored. But let's go. Couple of greens there. That's good. Playing Copenhagen did worry me a little bit. I know Danish football's a league on the rise, and I know Copenhagen have a lot of good players. As Devlin scores at the back post, it might go down as an own goal. No, it's gone down as a Devlin goal. Sasso flicked it on, and Devlin in at the back post just taps it in off the defender and into the net. Fantastic 2-goal lead at Ibrox against FC Copenhagen. Can we get into the Champions League, boys? Chris Willock's feeling the tiredness, so have we got any options on the bench for that role? Joa Texeria, I guess, but I'm going to play him in the middle and bring Jamie Walker onto the left. Let's see how Jamie Walker can do on the left. It's worthwhile experimenting with players when you first buy them. See where their best positions are. Zach Rudden, nobody gambled. It was a good idea from Rudden. In the end, it falls to McGinn, who shoots with a volley. It hits off the defender, falls straight back to him, and he gets a second bite of the cherry. 3-0 in this first leg. We're giving ourselves a chance. I liked the idea by Rudden, just nobody gambled. It was a double deflection, it falls straight back to him for the double attempt at the volley. And into the bottom corner. Keeper left stranded. I'm going to bring off Rossiter for Jack Thompson. Rossiter is tiring. He's had a good game though. Pleased with that. Oh, Zach Rudden's taking a knock. Right, I'm just going to get him off as soon as I can. Lewis Vaughan, on you get, mate. I should have actually put on the lad that I had on loan from Liverpool on the bench for this game. I completely forgot I re-added him into the squad. I also added the Korean, but again, just with the language barrier, I wasn't sure on playing him. So that was a legitimate not adding him into the squad. Whereas I should have added the Liverpool Nigerian that we pay absolutely nothing to have in our team, which is always nice. Joa Texeria. Oh, good tackle there by Larson. And that's over the top for Finney. Oh, he's through. Bain, great save, Bain. And that's why I just wanted to bring him in, just for Roddy McCrory. It was just that little bit extra experience. just for this tie. I will be playing Roddy McCrory most games this season, I think. Maitland-Niles not responding to that clearance, and Niedermeister just bolts past him to get to the ball. 85th minute, Larsson with a corner. Headed on, and Henriksen at the back post. Hits in. 3-1, they've got the away goal. I don't like that. Who is that? Walker, you've got to do better there, mate. At least jump for it. Yeah, the issue that we've got now is we're tiring. We did have a friendly win between this game. I'll actually just show you that result after this. I can't even remember who we played. We had 2 friendlies cancelled for these ties, the Exeter and Liverpool ones. That's nodded wide. A little bit of nerves came out there. 3-2 wouldn't have been a comfortable result going into the game in Denmark. So, passionate, well done, lads. Looks about even when you look at the stats. We bossed the ball, had a few more shots, but obviously they matched us for shots on target. John McGinn gets man of the match for his goal. So yeah, we did have a friendly. It was EduSport, was 5-0. Anyway, we will be back for the second leg in about a week's time. It is in Denmark, so I will see you in a minute. Back, it's the second leg. We've got a 2-goal lead, but we do have the away goal disadvantage against FC Copenhagen. One bit of transfer news quickly. Joe Garner is away, 375k, about half of what I could have sold him for if he just accepted that Sheffield United offer earlier in the season. 4.3k a week we have to pay. Still a huge reduction on our wage bill though. And we'll have to pay that for the season, which I guess is a positive. Not really happy that he went to another Scottish club. If he just accepted that Sheffield United offer, we'd have got double the money. I would have been paying half the wages for the rest of the season. But he rejected it. And then even I think there was another offer after that as well. Reading, I think, would have been similar amount we'd have been paying, but again would have got an extra 100,000. It's a bit frustrating, but whatever. He's away, he's off the wage bill. There we go. So, here we go. We're going to play this formation. We're going to play Rossiter here and Jack Thompson here. He was 2.5 star last week. What the hell? Jamie Walker will come onto the bench. Scott Martin will come onto the bench for Texeria. Ray Sung Woo, we're not going to play. As you can see, a lot of the players not very familiar with this formation. We're going to play Taiwo up top. See how that goes. Playing this formation just to try and have a bit of defensive solidity against Copenhagen here. If you look instruction wise, it's much deeper line, a bit of time wasting, higher tempo, clearing the ball to flanks. Still looking for the overlap, working the ball into the box, sticking to positions, and more direct passing. Bit more attacking work from the fullbacks with this, and hopefully the halfback of Rossiter will sit in nicely with the defensive three if this tactic works to how it should in my head. If it doesn't, we'll adjust it in game and then I'll adjust it over time. Jack Thompson is not fully fit. Oh god. Okay, Scott Martin starting then. I have no other options for that role. Jack Thompson has been playing for the reserves. Burt can come out for Texeria. Any other options I've got that I can change for Jack Thompson? I don't really want to have him at that sort of. Yeah, Jack Connolly's the only other one, and I do not trust him. Scott Martin's obviously already playing. Ali Brown's more attack-minded. Although I suppose he could do a job as like a deep line playmaker or something. So Jack Thompson off and I can change this to a deep line playmaker should I need to bring on Alan Brown later in the game. And we've got options on the bench to change to our normal tactic as well. Bit nervous about this. I've not tried this tactic at all at any stage, so very, very nervous. They're playing that same formation they played last time. We're going to play with that. Zach Runn's out injured as well. He's out for 3 to 4 weeks, and no, he did pick up a knock in the last game. We're going to say don't guard against complacency. Don't think the job is done. Fairly nervous for this game, if I'm honest. Taiwo kicks us off. Rossiter, and that's exactly what I want to see. Is see him sitting in behind the two centre backs there. Although when we've got the ball, he's actually charging forward, which I'm not comfortable with. Willock heads that away. Maitland-Niles will pick up, and he's going to go on a wee charge. Shatamon meets him though. Gonzalez. Larson, oh, it's a mistake. Taiwo. McGinn. Willock. He's got Lee Wallace on the overlap. Can he find him? Yes, he can. Wallace and acres of space, but his touch is poor. Taiwo can't win the header. McGinn wins it. Willock. Rossiter. Martin. Willock. Rossiter. Lovely ball over to Lee Wallace. Good ball in. Maitland-Niles can't get there. Jensen clears only as far as Rossiter. Willock. McGinn. Wallace. And again from Wallace. Maitland-Niles, he's headed, it's off the post. Willock keeps it alive but can't keep himself on the ball. We're creating chances early. Now we've got to burst back. Lee Wallace with a phenomenal tackle. This defensive line isn't really working how I imagined it would, if I am honest. Rossiter sitting far further up the field than I thought he would. Maitland-Niles, it's a goal that equals the away goal issue that we had. They need to score 3 now to take it to extra time. Taiwo with the assist. And what an assist it was. If you just look at that. Willock back to Taiwo, and he just plays it right in that little gap. And Maitland-Niles gets there just to tap it, and the goalkeeper had no real chance. The commentary said he maybe should do better with his near post, but the ball across like that is very difficult to deal with. The only way that's not going in is if Maitland-Niles doesn't get there or the pass is intercepted. Wallace wins the header. Willock. McGinn. Rossiter. Martin. McGinn. Willock. Martin. Launch forward for Taiwo. He was sort of coming back, but the defender's made a howler. We've got 2 away goals. It's 5-2 on aggregate. And Taiwo on his debut, the man who's cost us absolutely not a penny. There's a wicked ball up from Scott Martin. That's 16 passing coming into play, but didn't get to him. Niedermeister got there first because Taiwo sort of backed off just as the pass came in, obviously not expecting it, and the defenders made a howler there. Martin robbed of his assist. Fairly happy with how this tactic's working actually. I didn't think, particularly when I seen Rossiter early on sitting far further forward than what I expected him to. I expected the halfback to be right in between the centre backs like he was at kickoff. So I'm pleased with your performance, lads. Keep it up. Any subs that I'm interested in making. McGinn maybe come off at some point, but not right now. Silla kicks off and gives it to Gavest. Neerdmeister. Olsen. Don't know why I commentate that highlight. I'm going to bring McGinn off, give him a break. Joe Texeria will come on in that role. Rossiter starting to tire more than what I'd like, which is a big worry for this tactic. Taiwo's picked up a knock as well. No, I don't want to bring on Barry Mackay for him. I'm going to bring on Lewis Vaughan again. Vaughan getting a bit more game time than I anticipated at this stage of the season. Right, final change. We're going to bring on... I'm going to bring off Martin. I'm going to bring on Alan Brown, and I'm going to play him as that deep lying playmaker on defend. Again, I don't know how much that will change this tactic, so be interesting. really don't mind giving up a lot of possession in this game. It was always just about seeing them not score 2 goals. Sasso heads away. Gonzalez. Chatham. Lange. Larsson. Chatham. Larsson. Back to Neidmeyer, the man who made the mistake for the second goal. And that's it, full time. We are through 5-1 on aggregate. A very good result. Delighted with the lads. Only 3 shots on target in this game, which is a bit worrying, but we didn't have our main striker in there. Please tell me Taiwo's not. Right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just keep recording for now and see if we get the draw for the next round. I don't know if it's a playoff round or if it's the Champions League proper. I think it's the playoffs now. It is. So this is the playoffs now. We're in Europe till Christmas at least, regardless of result in it. This guy is available. I really don't like to look at those stats. I'm not even going to bother bringing him in on loan. Scott McLean's a young striker I was looking at. Excuse me. Kilmarnock keep listing him for loan and getting no real nibbles. So, Ross County game is today. Or in a couple of days. Tomorrow. I am not going to record that. So let's do automatic draw. I would normally just draw all, but I want to sort of do this a bit more exciting. So, of the seeded teams, who do we want to avoid? Panathinaikos would be one of them. Give us Ludogorets, that would be nice. Rangers. And a Swedish team. Okay, I think this is winnable. When is the fixtures played? That's the next question. 22nd of August. I was kind of hoping it'd be after the transfer window. Okay, we will be back for those 2 games, for the Champions League playoff games. I know we're looking a lot at Champions League, but we've not had any Champions League in this series so far. Even if we lose to IFK, not Norrköping, please any Swedes just tell me how to pronounce that. Regardless, if we lose, we go into the Europa League group stages, which is further than what we got in Europe last year. One thing I'll do before we go is we'll have a look at how Hibs, Celtic and Dundee are getting on in Europe. So Hibs, they have just knocked out Jablonec, Jai Kwetongo, the man who we said we were not paying for, getting the goal there, with Jason Cummings getting a brace in the first leg to give them a really good chance in the away leg. So, Celtic, how is Celtic? Well, let's Dundee, there they are. Schedule. Okay, they got knocked out. Yeah, they got a tough draw against Genk, to be fair. Although, when you score 2 at home and you've drawn 0-0 away, you should be going through. Joe Dodu and James Vincent on the goal score sheet for them there wasn't enough. They got through the first round as well. Joe Dodu, in fact, ex-Rangers extravaganza there. Joe Dodu scoring a quad in the first leg and Steven Skugel and Joe Dodu in the second leg for free. 7 goals between 2 ex-Rangers players. I'm a bit worried about Joe Dodu with that for him. On to Celtic, who's our last representative in Europe. I trust they're through. Yeah, they are. They have just beat Zoria 2-1 and 1-0. So 3-1 on aggregate to go through. And I believe they now have their playoff against an unknown team as well as Hibs. So good luck to them, good luck to Hibs. Let's have 3 teams in Europe at the end of this, lads. Anyway, that will round up this episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked, subscribe and a like is always appreciated. And in the meantime, thank you very much for watching and I hope to see you next time.